Hello friends, Namaste. Today's session is all about understanding the trends in accommodation. The next intended outcome of this session will be to understand the trends in tourism sector, and the third outcome is to understand the trends in travel sector. As you can see on the slide here, the types of hotels are being classified, and the credit of this picture goes to setupmyhotel.com. I have already discussed with you about the 5 A's of tourism product, under which the first A is attraction, second is accessibility, third is accommodation, fourth is activities, and fifth is amenity. So here we will be discussing about the third A, which is accommodation. Accommodation plays a very important role in tourism, where it makes the movement of people to another destination easy, because they get a home away from their home. When they get all facility and comfort, they feel like to travel, they get motivated to travel to those destinations. Hence, hotel is a primary component of tourism industry. Now, in this image, we can see that hotels are classified based on four elements. One is by size or number of rooms. So, by size of or number of rooms here, it means based on number of rooms the hotel has, it is categorized into four. One is under 200 rooms, so which is known as small category of rooms. 200 to 399 is known as medium category. 400 to 700 is known as large category of hotel, and then more than 700 rooms is known as mega category of hotel. This is the acre of land which a hotel has and number of rooms it has. The accrediting body, they inspect the hotel and give the hotel that star category, and they check all these components when they come for the inspection. So the accrediting body in India is FHRAI, that is Federation of Hotel and Restaurant Association of India, which we have discussed in our earlier session, the important bodies in tourism sector. Second is the target market. Here we can see target market are the type of customers, the type of guest who enters in a hotel. So on the screen you can see there are 10 categories. One is business hotel. This business hotel category is where the customer, the guest, comes for business purposes. So their stay in that hotel is very short. It is either for a day, 2, 3, and on weekends these hotels are not being utilized by the business clients. So this is based on the type of client they have. Second is airport hotel. Now airport hotel, the type of target market is the transient guest, that is the guest who needs hotel only for freshen up. So the guest who comes for transit stay utilizes this airport hotel category. So we can see the location of these hotels would be near to the airport. Third is suite hotels. Suite hotels are presidential category of hotel, where they have the elite category of customers who require an extravagant style of stay and looking for maximum facilities. And here also the stay would be for more than a week, or it could be for 3 to 4 days in that category of hotel. Now extended stay hotels. Extended stay hotels, as by the word, is for guest, the target market who requires a hotel for months. So here you will find the generally people who go for business activities but who are on projects, who go for their official some commitments. Mostly IT people, they go and stay in extended stay category of hotels, where the hotel has a tie-up with that IT companies for the extended stay of their clients. Service apartments. Service apartment is now booming in the market. It's a type of apartment where all kitchen services, laundry services, and all type of facilities are provided for people who wants to stay for more than months, 6 months, years. And you'll find the clients here would be people who go for their business activities and especially students. So they use service apartments for their stay purposes in particular destinations. Resort hotels are meant for families, so their clients are families, and the location of resort hotels are majorly near to some scenic beauty. You'll find resort hotels in hill stations, beaches. Uh, you'll find it in any of kind of natural attractions, say near to a lake, near to any water body, near to adventure places like cold areas, snow-clad areas, uh, or a monsoon or in a forest. And so it is all any kind of hotel which is located in a scenic place. Bed and breakfast or homestays are meant for people who just want to say special travelers who come and stay in the hotel only for overnight purposes, and then mostly they go out and enjoy the local food, and they do not depend on food and beverage activities in the hotel. And homestays are booming up as one of the form of eco-friendly practices in ecotourism as well. So these are local stay arrangements which are being done by localites, people residing in the place, and they follow all norms of hygienic stay arrangements for the travelers. Plus, they have to be registered with the Department of Tourism. Now, timeshare or vacation rentals, we can, when we talk about this timeshare vacation rentals, we can say that Holiday Inn was the first company to start with this concept, and in India, it's like Club Mahindra having this concept, where it is the owner is having the property, but he owns it for a limited time. Say, if he comes for a vacation, he will have the property for a limited time, and whatever revenue is generated by leasing out the property to some other travelers, some kind of share goes to the owner. So all Club Mahindra properties, then in Sahara City, as well as all prime locations of tourism attraction, there are a lot of this timeshare concepts, and Holiday Inn Group has come up with this particular concept. Casino hotels are hotels, and before I start with casino hotels, I would like to again highlight in timeshare vacation rental, the clients or the tourist or the guest which they get is they pay for as a EMI for the stay to either to the tour operator or to the travel agencies or to the owner of this timeshare vacation rental. So they stay for say a week, and especially family guests they get for their property. Now, casino hotels are meant for people who go for entertainment purposes, who enjoy in gambling and other kinds of entertainment activities. Casino hotels are mostly in prime cities or located in near to beaches. In India, in Goa, casino hotels are known, and but it requires legal permission to start with casino hotels. So here you'll find majorly the kind of guest is involved here is for the gambling activity, and they prefer staying for a day or two. Conference and convention centers. Now, conference and convention centers are booming, uh, but because of COVID scenario, most of the hotels are badly hit. People have stopped traveling. But when I talk about conference and convention center type of hotels, was getting good response before COVID, because people used to travel for meetings, for exhibitions, and hotels having these facilities used to get lot of bookings, lot of response from the guest, from the tourists. So in conference and convention centers, you'll find business category of clients who would like to stay for 2 or 3 based on their type of meeting, convention, summits, symposiums they have. Next category or next classification is based on levels of service. So here it's been shown there are three types: world class service, mid range service, and then budget limited service. Again, when we say categorization based on level of service, there are categorization of luxury scale, mid scale, upper luxury scale. So this is the number of services, the utilities provided by the hotel. So when we say world class services, is a premium class where a guest can get a residential suite category of rooms with butler service, with the helipad service, with helipad service where means they can have their own private jets parked, and they get all forms of chauffeur services, personalized attention, food services according to their choice, plus business, entertainment, and whatever they say is on their doorstep. So this is called as world class service. Mid-range services are meant for business kind of travelers who require services of internet, business activities, and for families in resorts. Wherein here you will not get the, as I said, the helipad services or the butler services or chauffeur services. It will be uh, outsourced. It will be not inside the hotel. Next is the budget limited services type of. So it is like when we relate budget limited size, it could come in the category of under 200 or below 100 type of by size, which is a very small scale hotel providing limited services. So here you will not find a gym or spa or say swimming activities or any kind of entertainment services in this category of hotel. And the type of travelers or the guest in this hotel would be a budgeted category, a common middle class category of guests. Now, based on ownership and affiliation, there are three categories. One is independent hotel, second is single owner hotels, and the other one is chain hotel. Now, when we say independent hotels by the word itself is a hotel having one property with one founder, and then it may not have chains in say other cities or whatever. It is just one prime located hotel by one founder, one owner. Whereas single owner hotels are hotels which is run by say single owner, single founder, but he would be having various chains in other places. And in chain hotels are having are public property, having public stakeholders, which is located across the world, whole globe. So based on type of ownership and their partnerships, the hotels are categorized. So when we talk about chain hotels, Marriott, Taj, ITC are known as chain hotels. Whereas when we say single owner hotel, Leela Group can come under this category. Now, as I said, in this session, we will be discussing about trends in accommodation, trends in tourism, trends in travel. We will first focus on the trends which has emerged in accommodation sector. Earlier times we had in villas where it was being owned by single owners and they used to provide services according to their requirement. Then came the hotel, which was an organized sector, and then the services started becoming uniform, becoming organized, becoming say based on trends, increasing day by day. Now, as the travelers are becoming conscious, becoming aware, alert, their requirements are changing. So there are contemporary forms of accommodation also which are emerging in the market. Here we can see there are various trends which are listed. One is the smart rooms, second is going green, third is changing workforce, fourth is alternative accommodation, fifth is technology, sixth is traveler preferences. I will explain each one in detail. Now, smart rooms, whether it's by the word itself, we have a smartphone with us. So, smartphone, as we say, that anything which is available in one device. The same way, when we talk about in smart rooms, it is more about technology enabled services, which is guest experience in the room. So, in one click, he can control the temperature of the room. He has, say, a device where he can speak and get everything there in his room. So like Alexa services, which everybody knows, the voice activated control. He can play his song, he can ask for services according to his choice. Then in fact, in smart room, the guest can have views also, whatever he wants, the view in the room. He can select his uh, view in the room based on if it is available in that category. So, like to say, Marriott has come up with this smart room categories. Even Hilton Group has come up with this category of smart rooms. So, this trend might sound a little futuristic, but most of the hotels have started incorporating it, and there are a lot of innovations happening where it's like all everything becoming digital. Even the room service is being done by a robot. So this is called as smart room. Next is going green. So here we talk about sustainability as a factor. Most of us are becoming environment conscious. We know that we need to contribute to maximum to save this environment and use minimum so that we are not damaging the environment. So here there are many hotels which are preferring to use eco-friendly products, provide minimum luxury services, go with the reuse, recycle, reduce, 3 hours of sustainability. Then it is they have changed to solar panels as their source of energy so that they can save the forms of energy which they are using. They are becoming more of vegetarian type of food and beverage service providers, and like as travelers are becoming more of like towards the environment, so they have their choices have changed to vegan category. So many hotels are giving vegan choices in the menu. So this is called as going green trend of accommodation. Now, this changing workforce accommodation trend means where the employee is the task keeps changing. It is not just concentrated towards millennial or Generation Z type of workforce, but here it is like temporary arrangements which are being done on daily wages kind of activity where the employee themselves, they focus a lot on their safety, on their uh, motivational needs. So this kind of changes in the workforce has to be taken care by the accommodation service providers. The employees safety, their happiness needs, and their uh, you know the change in their work pattern has to be considered by the accommodation sector. Now we can see the alternative accommodation factors which are coming up. It's like there are myriad of options which are available. You can see underwater hotels. You can see hotels which are now in Japan. Few years ago, it started crying hotels, where because of the social changes, people wants to go and weep, cry in the hotel loudly. So these are some alternative accommodations which has come. Uh, there are lots of reforms which has happened, like the accommodation aggregation which has happened, Airbnb, who have started with no inventory, but still they have communities of accommodation service providers. Then Oyo group of hotels, which is meant for contemporary travelers who is just looking for a stay, not for other uh, luxury arrangements in the hotel. Then so it is in alternative accommodations, when we say that there are lots of other arrangements which are being done apart from the stay arrangements, and so there, as I have already said in the beginning, that the service apartments, the youth hostels, and homestays comes under this alternative category of accommodations. So as been said, homestays, which is a very good concept, which has been initiated by many destinations, by many governments, many NGOs to practice ecotourism principles, where the localites should get benefit out of the tourism activities. So localites are encouraged to start with their own accommodation services, and there should be no leakage of economy. The direct service provider should be benefited. So this is the concept of homestay, where the local people themselves provides the home stay facility to the tourist, and they make money out of it, and they develop their lifestyle, their growth from the services what they provide. Now, contemporary hotels, by the word itself, the modern hotels which has emerged. So, the boutique hotel is a good example to quote here, which is a theme-based hotel, where each room is based on some theme on the floor, and the setting itself, the size of the hotel would be a small hotel, but would provide unique category forms of service, the decor, the design, and it will have all forms of personalized services to the guest. Next is capsule hotels. So capsule hotel was started long back in 1979 in Japan, and then it got adopted in many Asian countries in China. You can see that it's a small space where one can just have its own bed. So the space is a constraint for such type for the cities where they cannot have lavish, full say space areas, highly built up space areas. So there, this capsule hotel is getting good response. So on in this picture you can see this is the capsule hotel, where it has the entrance either on one side or another side of the box. The guest has to enter with the help of the key card and just switch on the light and can sleep, read, that's all. And there will be a common bathroom facility which is available. Next trend is condominium. Condominium category is like you can talk about the timeshare or the contract basis of management hotel. So here the owner is a part of the management company and gets a share from the various number of bookings which the management can able to sell on that particular year. And this condominium is mostly preferred by family travelers, and because they get that kind of space, they get their the kitchen facilities there, cooking activities to be done. Ecotel, by the word itself, which is a eco-friendly hotel, which is being certified like a eco-certified hotel, which works for the sustainability, for the environment protection and preservation, and which is being designed in such a way which is say for towards the environment, sustainability form, and it could be a lead hotel, so leadership in energy design. So this environment and energy design. So based on the changing needs of the customers, their awareness, their involvement, there is a big change towards sustainability, towards green practices, towards technology, towards smart facilities from the user point of view and from the service provider point of view. Hope you would have understood the session. Thank you.